NRDC's mission is to look at the large environmental issues that are facing not only the United States but the world.
We've realized that in just about all of the areas that we work in, we can't be fully effective without doing something in China.
Many of the solutions that we are promoting in the United States are the same ones that we're taking to China, identifying those as strategies that the Chinese can embrace as well.
Right now, of course, the rest of the world is looking at the U.S. to take action. But after the U.S., the rest of the world is looking at China.
If we as an organization only dealt with global warming issues, efficiency issues, carbon issues in the United States, we will have lost the battle to ultimately save the planet.
We've been working in China for over 10 years. We have developed a reputation as a trusted and unbiased source of information about clean technologies, policies, and market mechanisms. China trusts NRDC because we're not trying to sell them anything, and we don't have a political agenda.
The government has realized the usefulness of the information and the work we've been doing in China, and they undoubtedly loved to work with us to achieve the major changes.
就是说，现在我们就是致力于环境保护，而且我们希望把环境做得更好。那么也就是说，我们要知道怎么做，可以通过这样的非政府组织给我们提供很多帮助，来够让我们做得更好。
NRDC is already working in China, and we are beginning to effect change within everything from building standards to transportation.
Literally hundreds of millions of people have been brought out of poverty by China's push to industrialize itself and to provide a better environment for its citizens to live in. On the other hand, there is no doubt that China has pushed beyond what is sustainable. And so China's motivation to get on top of this problem is that literally, unless they do, they will collapse.
We know basically what the most effective ways are of reducing carbon emissions quickly. First and foremost is promoting energy efficiency.
China has plans to cut its nationwide energy use per unit of GDP by 20% by 2010. And this has been called the most ambitious greenhouse gas reduction program in the world.
The Chinese government sees that energy efficiency is very good for protecting public health, for reducing air pollution, for reducing global warming, for saving money, and for saving their natural resources. So they're very interested in what we can help them learn about how to bring this energy efficiency into play at scale throughout the country very quickly.
The other thing we're doing is trying to harness the power of the markets. That's a very powerful force in China, since it's actually in many ways more of a capitalist system right now than the United States.
They are creating new cities faster than I thought new cities could be created. That's both a positive and obviously a challenge.
It's been said that the national bird of China is the construction crane.
NRDC was there working with the Ministry of Construction to build the greenest building that now exists in China that serves as a model for all of China.
We are standing right now in China's first internationally certified green building. This building is in fact so energy and water efficient that the electric utility and the water utility were absolutely convinced that we were stealing power and water from the grid.
China's using it as its model for all green buildings in the country, and it prompted China's Ministry of Construction to launch a national green building campaign.
If through conservation and sustainability in the green building industry within China, they can offset the need to build 500 coal-fired power plants, that's a huge economic saver.
On bad days in California, 30% of the pollution comes across the Pacific from China. Mercury, for example, also travels around the world. It volatilizes, it can travel on prevailing air, and a good portion of the mercury that's contaminating the fish in the United States comes from China.
You see very dirty air that sometimes is so polluted that you can't see across the street. You see water bodies that are dyed different colors from the industrial discharges that come out. In fact, there's a funny expression that you can tell the color in fashion and industry by the color of the rivers in China.
It's estimated that out of Walmart's 6,000 suppliers, 5,000 are from China.
所以我们收集了数据，结果发现了，在江苏有很多的供货商，尤其他们的主要的供货商都是供给沃尔玛的。
If a company like Walmart were to make progressive changes in its supply chain, thousands of factories in China would be affected.
然后我们就发现，如果用个市场的机制，通过这个供货商来对这个企业设定那个环境行为的表现的要求。
We've really exported our manufacturing to China, and in a very real sense, that pollution, even if it is killing Chinese people, not Americans, is our pollution because we're buying the goods.
China has a lot of laws on the books, and they've been building a legal system to deal with the environment for the last 20, 25 years. But everyone agrees that enforcement is simply not there. So what we're doing is we're working with government, we're working with lawyers, we're working with NGOs, journalists, and other people who are interested in the environment to find different ways to improve the enforcement and implementation of laws.
The dialogue is very much an open working relationship with the policymakers so that you can begin to set laws, you can begin to set standards. We have an ability to think 5 generations out, 10 generations out. So one of the goals is to create, in a way, a greenprint for planet Earth.
The world will respect leaders that think about their environment just the same way they think about their economy.
It may seem hard at times to think that a group like NRDC can make a difference, but never underestimate the power of a group like ours to change the course of history. And I believe that we're doing so.
That's what's going to solve China's environmental problems. It's got to be on the ground people who are committed and have the strategies to work to improve environmental quality. And if we can help with that through our staff, who really are the leaders in the field, what's better than that?